Welcome back to the World of Tanks Extra replays from my World of Tanks silliness. Running the KV-85 top kit on this tank. 100% crew. They're about 70% to their first skill set. And in this particular replay, we're going to play more of a support role. On the other side is a T-29 and a Tiger. Those particular tanks are a bit difficult to pen in the KV-85. You can certainly do it, and I do show that you can do it later on, but they aren't easy to deal with in terms of firing at them. Now the IS that I'm following, the reason I'm following him is his armor is better than mine overall, and his gun is also good enough that he is able to stand up against a T-29 or a Tiger for a little bit longer. Now my thought here is I'm providing merely support for the IS. If nothing else, my job would be to distract the other tanks and let him get a shot in. Now, this is just a hope, because obviously I'm not communicating with these guys. I'm not in a platoon with them. And what I'm doing here first is I'm going to seal this drive. I should be able to spot any tanks coming around that corner. I'm particularly concerned about the ELC. And once the IS clears with the Su-85 and the T1 Heavy is already cleared across, I figure with that T-29 coming up on the back end, he'll be able to clear without a problem. We get into a little cluster with the Su-85 where I'm not sure where he's going. I'm just letting him take his position because tank destroyers are a little bit of a pickle to drive. I see the IS take a good shot at that M7 and I figure, well, I've got a fully loaded barrel. I might as well take a shot myself. My crew misses. Thanks a lot, crew. Seeing the T-29 and E-25, and then he fires, that gives me enough time to clear his barrel. Now my job here is I figure he's going to turn that tank around, which he does. My biggest problem here in this map has always been tanks coming around the back side of my tank and shooting me in the back. So my tank is being positioned in such a way that a tank coming around the corner is going to have to shoot at my tank initially in order to get to the IS. But when I notice that the T-29 is messing with the VK, I figure I'm going to work with the IS here. And my thought here is I can't pen that T-29 very easily, but I'm hoping to track him. But I do miss, so it doesn't do a lot of good. And I'm noticing the E-25 back there going back into a position to protect the back end of that IS, so that if that E-25 clears the corner, he's facing down my barrel, and he's going to be more concerned about dealing with my tank than with our IS, letting our IS have those two heavies. Now here, as I turn around, the ELC comes around the corner, and I move to try to track him. Thankfully, he makes a bad mistake of turning his rear to my tank, and I feed him a shell. Now with our other heavy pounding at the VK, I feel like I can move up and start to work on that VK as well. There's a Hellcat back there, but once they fire, if I feel I'm in a position to attempt a shot and bounce it, of course. That's about the norm there. Those VKs are very difficult as well. But once the VK is gone, I know I can take a shot from a Hellcat. I didn't have the time to do it, but I figured if I cleared the corner, it would at least make him think twice about coming around that corner. A Hellcat driver will know that taking a full-on shot from a KV-85 is pretty much insta-death. But when that Leopard goes after the Hellcat and the T-34-85 moves up, it's time for me to go as well. And he looks like he's going for the T-34, so I'm going to protect his side to go for the Hellcat, and I can take a Hellcat shot, but he can't take a shot from me. So I take care of him. Now while I'm waiting on reload, I let the 3485 go after the two heavies. And then we get into a scrum, me and the 3485, trying to position ourselves. He's trying to get out of the way of the KV-1. I'm trying to get into firing position. Just doesn't work out very well. I try to assist our IS, but I know better than to do it, but I did it anyway, taking a shot at the T-29's turret. Really needs to be a body shot on the T-29 because of the armor of that turret. I think about capping, but it becomes evident we're not going to cap. We have a single tiger left, so it's time to go tiger hunting. And our stug finds the tiger, which is unfortunate for our stug. By this point, we're going to circle the tiger. And it comes a slug match with the 3485, the IS, and myself to get rid of that tiger. I think I can take another shot from the tiger, so I'm going to go ahead and go for a shot on that tiger and go ahead and take a shot from him. And I do pen his turret. 365 isn't bad. Love to have killed him, but we won anyway.